Hello, Really Rubbish Racing fans, and welcome to the Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship Season 2. This is Event 4, Round 7 and 8. I'm Alex, I'm here with Adam.
Hello.
Adam, can you guess where we are today?
Welcome... Mid-Ohio, that's it, Mid-Ohio.
Mid-Ohio. We've
America.
crossed the Atlantic. We've crossed the Atlantic to Mid-Ohio, which is somewhere in the middle of Ohio, and it's in the middle of our season as well, which is nice and symmetrical. You want to give us a rundown of the circuit, Adam?
Yeah, so it's one of the longer courses on this circuit, on this season even, 2.25 miles. It's a very tricky lap with varying different sections. Turn one's a very tricky, difficult corner, mainly because the pit lane joins with no barrier whatsoever. So it's very difficult to get right if someone's also coming out the pits. Keyhole, which is a great overtaking spot, and we'll go around the lap with Ollie Case shortly.
Quick rundown of the championship positions after the race of Sweden. RlyR 1, Ollie K still out ahead and not looking like budging. Smithy there in third, a few points behind. Should be a good race today. Here's the pole lap.
Okay, so on board with Ollie K in the RlyR 1 Seat. So yeah, here's turn one. As you can see, there's the pit exit. Hug the white line like it's your favourite granny. Now run down to the keyhole hairpin. Quite difficult to spot the braking zone, almost on a slight crest. Run a little bit wide with the best exit down a long back straight. This Seat's got a pretty good top end for such a small car. Barely a turn there. Through the speed trap into China Beach, the only corner in the world named for its own runoff area. Then up through the S's, very tricky to get right. Kind of off camber, down the hill. Important to get this exit right because you can carry some good pace through the rest of these S's. Down into the jump. Under the bridge, and this is a very difficult corner to get right. Stab on the brakes, carry the pace all through. Now into the carousel, last corner coming up, and now get the power down, slight left, and then it's a very short run to the line, and that is our pole lap from Ollie K, 1 minute 30.6. Great lap.
Very good lap. The two RlyR 1s there on first and second, the only cars in the 1 minute 30s. Tommy B making a return here after his no-show at the second race at Gothenburg. Puts himself third.
And then we've got Smithy 1.6 seconds off the pace. The second of the Chevrolet Cruisers. Then Master Wolf, great qualifying in sixth, the highest of the independents. And then AJOK in the first Power Polestar.
Race Pro in the top 10 alongside Bukoy there in the other Polestar Volvo. The first of the Kaibatsu cars in 11th.
And then bringing up the rear, we've got Don Matteo and Pike James, who, shocking qualifying. Made a mistake, I think, at the last corner.
Yep, ruined his lap. But we know he's fast. We'll see what you can do from the back. And here we have a view as the lights come on at the top of the screen. A view from the Race Masters podium up here. Oh, beautiful. The lights are out and we are off here at Mid-Ohio. 17 laps. This is the first one, obviously. The two RlyR 1s run line astern into turn one. Tommy B just about holds on to third there. Is everyone through cleanly? Everyone seems to be through cleanly. And as I say that, Designer Soup messes it up for everyone. Cheers, Designer Soup. Ruined.
Baggini's done well from 8th on the grid, already past Smithy, and there's his teammate not doing so well in the wall.
Getting the first corner wrong, second corner wrong, sorry. Cold brakes, cold tyres, easy to do there because the braking zone a bit ambiguous, especially when there's many of you. That's actually RlyR who's got into first there. Through China Beach cleanly, mostly. A little bit rubbing. Oh, one of the Kobatsu cars and the remaining Jovery car getting side by side there. A little bit of argy-bargy, nothing serious, both still pointing in the right direction.
And look at that, Tommy B up into second past Ollie K, who's dropped from first on the grid to third place now.
Not a good first lap for him. Very out of character.
Indeed.
This car's come up through the chute now, on board with Master on Wolf. Taking a lot of curb made of grass there. Very closely behind by Junior there. Many different lines through the carousel, aren't there?
Oh yeah. So here's a start on board with Campbell. We didn't
Lynn.
see that. Lynn.
Oh, I've got a suspension fault. I'm going to go to the first corner. Bloody hell.
That's not what we want to hear.
No. They coming together there off the line with, I think that was the monolith car of Race Pro.
I think you're right there, Alex.
Bit of light damage to his suspension. Hopefully he shouldn't be too affected by that.
So here's AJK under a bit of pressure. He's trying to attack on Master Ant Wolf, but he's got to worry about Pike James behind him as well. Battle over the last points position.
9th, 10th and 11th here. AJK dives to the inside. A little bit of a tap from Wolf.
Oh!
And another tap from James there. BY James.
That's a shame. Master Ant Wolf was doing really well. Great qualifying. Put himself 6th on the grid. That is a shame.
Closest thing to his home Grand Prix, of course. This is as close to Canada as we'll get. Let's see it from on board PY James's car.
That is a shame. Yeah, Pike James had nowhere to go really.
He continues in 12th. Through the chute in Thunder Valley here, great bit of circuit, quick right left over a crest. RlyR sets us the fastest lap of the race into the 1:31.4s. See if that can be bettered further down the line.
Battle of the red and white cars.
Yep, two recovering drivers, obviously. Then with his suspension damage, PY James with his little spin on the previous lap. He's going to take out the inside.
Oh, and there's Don Mateo spinning. Oh, reversing.
Great avoidance
into
there.
Wasn't looking in his mirrors.
So what happened to him? Just a bit late on the brakes, a bit wide, maybe on the dusty stuff out there.
Yeah, as soon as you... Oh, team ready?
I spun at the first corner and, yeah. So Campbell and James only just managed to squeeze past me.
You're not wrong, Don.
These two are still battling. So Campbell's... Lynn has got the place back, it seems.
Did he ever lose it?
Maybe. Not sure. I was watching Don Mateo spin, but here they are anyway. That BMW is difficult to pass on the straights, so Pike James has got to make it work in the tight twisty bits where his car's better.
Certainly the BMW very good off of the corners with its rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Thing is, we have
Difficult
seen the
car.
drivers overdoing it on occasion, getting a bit spun up, and some serious oversteer going on. But this Hiroko, very, very solid, very planted car, very low, very wide. One of the better ones out there.
It appears so, yeah.
PY James having a look around the outside, then the inside. He's thrown
He's gone for the cutback.
then the dummy.
Now who's got the more? Who's got the power?
Lynn slots in behind. Tries to get himself in all three of James's mirrors at once there.
Oh, and he's
Going for
looking
a
down
look
the
into China
inside.
Beach. Brilliant side-by-side action here from these two drivers.
That is respect.
That was a brilliant bit of racing there from the two of them for near enough a lap and a half now. I think that's solidified it for PY James. He's got that position and he's already off. And we watch the view from Designer Soup, 12th, wanting a bit of the action there. And we know he's no slouch either. The only driver running a Opel Astra.
Indeed.
So he's the can't gauge his performances directly with anyone else in the same machinery, but he always seems to set the car up pretty well for each circuit.
He does.
Still a rookie to the club, of course.
So to the battle for 5th, Smithy, and that is By Junior chasing
That
him
must
down
be
in
by
the-
Junior.
in the lead BMW.
Front few cars quite spread out now, but that can easily change, especially with stuff like that. A lot of tyre smoke from the Chevrolet, as we've seen all season from all the Chevrolets in the field, all four of them.
Yes. I actually I had a go in one of the Chevrolets the other week. It's quite a handful, but it was quite an enjoyable experience. Yeah, I had a go in Smithy's Black Cat's Chevrolet.
All right. Which circuit was that at?
It was at Istanbul Park, so they were doing a little bit of pre-season testing there for next week's race. So yeah, just kind of a bit of a PR day they were putting on, and yeah, it's great fun. It's great fun to drive. As you can see, a little bit of drifting.
How were your lap times compared to Smithy's? Were they pretty close?
No, you can see why he's the driver and I'm the commentator.
So they weren't absolutely identical lap times at all?
Well, he's not actually done a lap time yet because that's next week. But
Oh, was he not there at the day with you? I assumed he'd be watching over his car.
he was there, but he was nursing a hangover, so didn't want to drive the cars. But
Too much Turkish delights. By Junior trying to find a way around. Not managing. Looking at the switchback, taking a wider line there through the nameless left-hander after China Beach. Smithy not hitting all the apexes as he should at the moment, is he?
he's not. He's
By Junior doing a much better job of that.
the tyre smoke is incredible. What is he doing in that car?
I hope Chevrolet have managed to negotiate an extended tyre contract for this season, because they're going to use about twice as many.
Well, obviously this is the old Chevrolet Cruze, and in the World Touring Car Championship they're actually using the updated version. So I think development has kind of stopped on this Cruze. So replay of something.
Lynn and Designer Soup, battle for 11th. More brilliant side-by-side action here. This circuit really conducive to some of that.
That is a great move.
Such clean racing we're having. These drivers really learning each other's styles, where each other will put the cars. Look at that.
Oh,
I was gonna say
as
that
you
a little
say
bit.
that.
Designer Soup
that's a shame.
thrown into the gravel there at just before the carousel. Racing incident though, I feel.
That's
Although-
very good. Letting him best.
Lynn giving up his place and another one to Master on Wolf, so puts himself second last.
So back to the battle for 5th. Smithy's got a little bit of a gap on... Oh.
Yeah, lag.
Suffering from lag, it seems. Whoa!
By Junior taking too much of the corner there in his pursuit of Smithy.
Not sure if that was lag or just drifting.
We seem to be suffering from a bout of lag. Let's have a look. Nope, got himself on the curb, on the grass.
Through the
And then
barriers.
just straight to the scene of the accident, past the scene of the accident.
Well, that's a shame. That was going to be a good battle.
Here's someone we haven't seen in a long time. Larry in his Blair 1 Seat, still first, still leading the way. Pulled out quite a nice gap there over Tommy B in second place.
Yeah.
A few seconds. Tommy B still in second though, that's good to see.
You've got to say these Seats are proving to be the class of the field. Running in 1, 2, 3 at the moment.
They certainly are. They qualified 1, 2, 3. They're running 1, 2, 3. Completely different order, which is good to see. And of course the Chevrolets qualified 4, 5, 6. So certainly the best 2 cars.
Yeah, you'd have to say that.
The drivers getting the most out of their cars at this circuit. Our one and only trip to North America this season. Proving very popular. Quite a crowd.
I mean, it's a big crowd, yeah. It's good to see that this kind of virtual racing is bringing in such great attendances.
It
Must
really
be
is.
bringing in some fantastic revenue for the Really Rubbish Racing Club.
I think they're usually quite tight-lipped on their income and outgoings, but I suspect you're probably completely wrong.
Ah.
Great camera view here from the chute and Thunder Valley.
Lovely.
See the effects of the lag there on Tommy B's car. Bit of the jitters.
It looks like he is an awful driver, but as we all know, Tommy is definitely not an awful driver.
Winner of several races, usually sporadically, but still, he's got those notches on his garage door.
Yeah, and winner of a
Bed
support
post.
championship as well.
Which support championship was that?
That was the Fart Championship.
Oh yes, the Fiat Abarths.
Yes, I believe by 1 point over Smithy.
And that's all it takes.
That's all it takes. We have actually had drivers win support championships without actually winning a single race, so you know, you don't always need to win.
No, well, not everyone can win all the time, you know. AJK there, the winner of the... What was it? The Clio Cup d'Asia. Without winning a single race, but taking...
Look at Tommy B's doing some wheelies around this track. He is having a whale of a time.
He is loving it. He is making it look easy. He's showing up the competition. And he hasn't even got 4 wheels on the circuit.
If we had team radio, he would be singing, "I'm loving it, loving it, loving it." That's what he would...
Look back at the top 10 as they stream through. Top 10 or so. What we got here? Instant with RlyR James and AJK. Oh, smacking the wall there on the start-finish straight.
What is that all about? That looked aggressive, like AJK had done something and said something about by James's mother.
Yeah, or just... Who knows? Not sure quite what happened there, or who was at fault.
AJK left the door open there for goodbye, James. There you go, son. Take the place. Back to the leaders then.
Still in first.
Yeah, we don't need to change that graphic, do we?
No, not quite sure. Not quite sure what anyone was expecting. Such a lead from Berry here.
Yeah. I do believe he's still got that fastest lap of 1:31.439. It's probably unlikely to change now. The fuel is coming down, but the tyres are obviously getting a little bit worse for wear, so probably going to stick with that fastest lap.
We do know the tyres really start to go off towards the end of these 25-minute races. Been timed perfectly for the to coincide with the cliff of these Yokohama Advan tyres, providing us some great moments towards the end of the race where you've got drivers who have looked after their tyres better for the duration against those who may not have done.
This set has proven to be pretty good on its tyres, so I doubt we'll be seeing any issues from the number 11 car of Blairy.
No, keeping it nice and straight and on the track as he starts his 11th lap.
Fantastic view those spectators have over the first corner. Great spot to be sat. Or stood even.
And Blairy not won a race since the opening round, the first of the two events at Imola back at the beginning of the season. He's had a few podiums since, but he will certainly be looking to close the gap to his teammate with a win or two.
Yeah, of course he had did not start last time out in the second round at Gothenburg, so they're looking to bring back those points.
BY James here, 8th, of course from the back of the grid, so he's made up about half the positions. Following the independent race pro in the similar Scirocco. Race Pro names his cars. I believe this one is Alina, Amazing Alina, or Awesome Alina.
Okay. Do we know where the name comes from?
I don't know. You'll have to get down there and ask him.
I'll maybe ask him between races.
Yeah, let us know from the next race. However, that's very wrong from PY James. Straight on at the jump. Now, are all his wheels going to be okay after that? He's lost his bumper. Let's see what happened. Chronic understeer.
Ow.
Gives the tyre wall a good clout. He's made it this far. He looks like he's got a puncture on his front left.
He's
struggling along there.
He's missed the pits. I don't know. Oh.
My car is stuck in third gear and won't come out anymore. I hit a wall, but it was fine, and then I got onto the pit straight and it wouldn't come out of third gear anymore.
There we have it. He's stuck in third gear. He's got a front left puncture. He's got no front bumper. He probably should have gone in the pits. And with Don Matteo passing him there, he can't be far off last place now. Back to where he started the race.
Look at the sparks coming up from Pete Pye James's well, everything. Bit of a state, that car.
His alloy carving a new line around the corners there. Do we have a look at Don Matteo? Just ahead.
And I just hit the pit lane speed limiter, that was clever.
Not in the pit lane, Don. You don't need to hit the limiter.
So back to the front, and we've got Ollie K seems to be a lot closer to Tommy this time round. As you can see, yeah, battle for second and third. 5 laps to go.
This could be very good in the closing laps, depending on how these two drivers have looked after their tyres.
Indeed, and we've got Flavoury Rug, there we go, coming into shot now. Not too far behind, so he's hoping that these two trip each other up and he'll be right on them. pace of the Chevrolet Cruze has been good round here, so hopefully you can get involved.
View from the VIP stands up here.
Oh, look at the crowd. Looking the wrong way, but they are loving
Oh.
it.
Some of them are looking the right way, some are looking the wrong way. That's PY James there
Oh,
off track?
yellow
Flag being waved. So he's still struggling around with his various broken bits of his Scirocco there.
Let's just hope he doesn't get in the way of any battles.
This is going to be very close. Ollie K now shaping Tommy up through the chute, through Thunder Valley, into the carousel. Ollie with a very smooth driving style that looks as if it'll benefit here with all the changes of direction, the undulation. You really need to be.
You can see the difference. Tommy ahead, tyre smoke, really punishing those tyres, and you can see Ollie's smooth inputs, as you say. Smooth as Galaxy chocolate. Other brands are available, but
But you're saying that's the smoothest.
maybe. I can't
Bit
eat
wide
chocolate,
there from
so-
Tommy B. You can't eat chocolate.
No.
That's a damn shame. Well, I'm sure the chocolate wouldn't agree because it gets to live.
Ollie K looking. Is he going to have a look into this corner? China Beach, that's it.
Looking left, looking right. Chooses the left. Round the
Oh.
outside. That puts him on the inside for the next corner, but Tommy's throwing his Seat out there. So there is no room whatsoever.
This is a great showing from Tommy.
Very good. We know he's quick. He's not been the best results so far. In fact, his best is a 5th, and everything else has been a DNF or a DNS. But we know he's quick, and he's showing it here. He's making his car wide in all the right places as well.
He is. And as you can see, Flavoury Rug is visibly closer.
Still looming. He's Flavoury 4th in the championship. He's had He's had 3 third places so far this
Yeah.
season, and that's the best he's managed. And we know he's a race winner, championship winner even.
Indeed. Ollie K going to the outside again. You've got to think he's going to the wrong side. But hopefully he's going to get a better exit out of the keyhole right up Tommy's chuff.
Past the mangled cones.
Which way is he going to go?
He's choosing the right this time.
He's looking to the inside. Ah,
No.
Tommy's good on the brakes.
Tommy B chops him up.
Nice stuff.
Perfectly legitimate chop, of course. He was fully ahead. No harm caused. Do you see the twin exhaust pipes glowing there? Has he made a bit of a mistake? Ollie alongside.
Yeah, it's
Dropping
very
back. He knows he
difficult
can't
to
get
pass.
through there.
Yeah, very difficult to pass in this the second section of the track. You're probably looking for an overtake in the first sector or the final sector into probably the carousel corner.
Yeah, carousel, keyhole, China Beach, the main overtaking opportunities. Everywhere else, you certainly have to luck into it. Oh, Tommy B taking a lot of grass there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, a little risky. He'll claim he was trying to break the toe. And it was lucky the 2 drivers didn't come away there with broken toes, having both smacked into the barrier.
Very good, very good.
Oh, no sign of Blairy now. He's gone. These two really slowing themselves up, as we can see. Flavoury getting ever closer now, although he's destroying his tyres as always.
He's just got to be wishing crash, crash, crash. Ollie K looks a little bit too far back to make a move maybe into China Beach.
Tommy very late on the brakes though.
Oh, not going to get past there.
This racing is proper bow, I tell thee.
So now they've got to follow each other around this section.
Through the Degner-like curves of the jump.
Look at this, Lavery even closer. He's got to be surely sniffing a podium out of this.
Cars scraping their right-hand sides on the barrier through there. Great bit of circuit.
Here we go. Blairy's on the final lap. These three coming round to join him. Who do you think's going to take that second and third position?
I could not tell you. This is going to be closer than close. And we're certainly going to enjoy this final lap here at Mid-Ohio in the Really Rubbish Racing Touring Car Championship. So they head down to the keyhole.
It could be any of these three, or it could be none of these three.
Oh, they touch. And they touch. Tommy B
Oh, no.
seemingly locking up.
Whoa.
Cruising across the grass there. Let's have a look at what happened. On board with Ollie K. Ollie K goes to the left. Tommy stays right. So we're trying to get into the apex. Locking up slightly. Ollie K coming around and clouting him on the outside. And getting collected by Lavery, who could not react in time.
Yeah, it's a shame. Just a racing incident, but that is a shame.
Hope Tommy hasn't picked up... Well, hope anyone hasn't picked up too much damage there. Ooh. Yeah, a case of a bit late on the brakes, a little miscommunication.
So here we are with Blair. He's missed all this action. He's had a boring race, but he won't mind that. We've got a few corners now.
Blairy took the lead on the first lap from second place on the grid. Grabbed his fastest lap very early on. Lap 3, and he's led all the way, hasn't he? There's not another car in sight. A commanding victory
Fantastic.
here. His
Well done,
second
sir.
win of the season. The checkered flag waves.
Oh, and these three still together.
Despite the accident, they've managed to stay within throwing distance of each other. Tommy B taking second place. Brilliant best result of the season there. Ollie K.
Great stuff.
Where was Ollie K there? Fourth. Lavery Rugg, third. Smithy fifth.
Decoy, sixth. Then we've got Race Pro, followed home by AJOK, flashing his lights in celebration of 8th place. And Hisbag Jr., the first of the BMWs and Kaibut 2 cars. That's his teammate, he's a lap down. Nez Designer Soup in 10th.
Designer Soup lost and Wolf there 11th. That was unfortunate. Look, hoping for so much going into this weekend. So, confirmation of the results. Blairy competing his 17 laps in 26.5 minutes. Tommy B, or Tommy WTF1, grabbing second there. Flavy Rugg third. Good race for the Sayats, and the Chevrolets there taking the top 5 places between them. The Volvos and VW grabbing those last 3 places.
There's the bottom end of the points, Bug Jr. and Designer Soup. Doing well to get some points, and yeah, disappointment for Master Aunt Wolf. Great qualifying. Shame we didn't make the most of that. Don Mateo stayed on the lead lap, and then we got Lynn and Pye James, 13th and 14th.
The PY James, unfortunately, there's his car there, not making the end of the race after his accident damage he sustained. That's been the first race from Mid-Ohio. We'll hope you join us again later for the second race. If it's anything close to how good that one was, we're in for a treat. I've been
Sure
Alex. Adam has been Adam.
I have.
Cheers for watching. We'll see you later on.
Bye.
Bye.